Welcome back. It is time now to tee up the Ruth's Chris Sizzling Shot, celebrating some of the local golfers who fired a hole-in-one this week, or I should say for tonight specifically. It's John Hill, Glengarry Golf Links on the 15th hole, an 8-iron from 136 yards out. Congratulations to John Hill. That's a high five from Ruth's Chris Steakhouse at 6 PPG Place downtown, home of the Sizzling Steak. So that is our Sizzling Shot for tonight. Still taking your phone calls on the Borders and Borders hotline. 412-575-2600 is the number. Let's go to Dave. If we can find a way to make this work. Here we go. Dave and Noose. I think this is Noosa Wickley. Dave, you're on the Nightly Sports Call.
There you go.
How are you, Dave?
I got a good squeeze play. Let's get Marte out of here. Let's get him happy. Let's get a pretty damn good pitcher for him. This way here, we got room for Frazier. Everybody's happy, man.
Just a pitcher?
Yep, one pitcher. That's all this team needs. If they can get a 20-game winner, it's going to pick up every pitcher. I'm telling you right now, that team's going to charm.
Well, I say this, and thank you for the call. It's not that I disagree with you. Why stop at one pitcher? You might be able to get more for Starling Marte. I'll even say this much. Of the three starting outfielders at the beginning of this season, Dickerson, Marte, Polanco. If you were to move Marte, you probably get the best trade return for him. So it's not just going to be one pitcher. You might get two or three guys. Now, will they all help you right away? Maybe not. Maybe that starting pitcher would. I won't debate that. But you might get more for Starling Marte than you will for those other two guys. That's definitely certain, and I wouldn't stop at just a pitcher. I think Starling Marte might fetch you a pretty good return if you ask the right team, because when you look at teams and how they're built, every team wants a speedy center fielder with a good arm who can make plays in the gaps. That's what Starling Marte is, and that's not even counting what he does with his bat, because when his bat is on, he's a really good player. But what is just his defense standing alone, a lot of teams covered that, so he might be a pretty interesting trade piece. Let's go to Rich in McKees Rocks. Rich, you're on the Nightly Sports Call.
Hey, I was just calling to see how you felt about replacements for Ryan Shazier and how much of a drop-off do you think we'll have?
Thanks for the call. That is the most difficult question that I've been asking myself during this offseason. How do you replace a Ryan Shazier? You don't replace him with one person. You try to find a group of guys that do the things that he did. I think they're trying to do that. I think by bringing in John Bostic, they're trying to find at least one element that Ryan Shazier did well. And I think that particular part of it is his ability in the run game. He's actually able to come downhill and make some plays in the run game. Can he do it as quickly and as surefire as Shazier did it? That remains to be seen. He has played a little bit in coverage. He's played in a couple different defensive schemes in a few different teams he's played for. Can he do it as consistently with the same kind of dynamic playmaking ability as Ryan Shazier? That is the question, and I think we would all like to see answered, but no one really knows. So you have that thing between Tyler Matakevich, Vince Williams. You try to find guys that can replace some of the things that he did, but you're not going to find one guy in free agency that maybe does all of the things that he brought to this defense. And that's something that we're probably going to be trying to find out, not only as we go into the season, but maybe as the season continues along. Let's keep it rolling. Let's go to Joel in Pittsburgh. Joel, you're on the Nightly Sports Call.
Hi, Josh.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. And I called for two reasons. First is regarding Neil Huntington, and the second, Polanco.
Okay.
If Huntington's as good as he thinks he is, or as Nutting thinks he is, we all know Nutting's not going to pay, and he doesn't pay his players, and he hasn't up to, I'm not going to go all through that. But if I were Huntington and I was as good as everybody thinks I am, for the last 4 or 5 years, I would have been embarrassed to be the general manager of a team and have to go through what he goes through and have to get these, reclamation projects and everything else with the money that he has to spend. And it's just not fair to him, I think, as a general manager. I think he could do better elsewhere. I'd like your comment on that. Plus, as far as Polanco, everybody talks about he has no baseball IQ. I just don't think he is smart enough to be on the. I'm not a teacher, but IQ-wise, he's just not smart enough to be on the
a Major League Baseball team. I have to cut you off with that sentence because we're up against time. I understand where you're going with this, so let me just get my response. As far as your comments on Neil Huntington, I do agree with you that he has some difficult parameters to work with, but I can't leave him totally blameless. Here's why. Neil Huntington gets the same crack at drafting players every day as everybody else. He's got 2 #1 picks, or should say 2 first-round picks on this team right now that he's drafted since he came here in 2008. Now, granted, one of them got traded away in Garrett Cole. Andrew McCutchen wasn't his, so he doesn't count. But only 2 guys that he's drafted that are on this roster right now in the first round. One of them, Jamison Tyone. The other one's Austin Meadows. The other guys either aren't here, didn't stick here, or got shipped off. I think that says a lot. Before we close out, for those of you who have ever listened to my Sunday morning show on 93.7 The Fan, 7 to 10 a.m., usually at the end of the show, I always give the same shout-out. I always say, Nate, I love you. Keep fighting. Well, that particular person I'm talking about is a cousin of mine. Today is his 37th birthday. And I hope he's watching because I want to tell him, Nate, nothing's changed. I still love you, and I hope you still keep fighting. We got to wrap up when we come back. See you in a few.